I'm uneasy about the situation.
So will he
I
not?
don't know.
Will he
Based
not
on
deal with us because we've dealt with Edwin?
He will not
Well, he
deal with
doesn't
us
know.
because he's a fool.
he doesn't
Did you
necessarily
try
know
talking
we
to
dealt with
him
Edwin,
nicely?
but-
I've been as nice as I can be.
So that means not much.
I just grunt in agreement.
So perhaps we
So-
should have a more friendly chat and explain our intentions.
I just kind of do this like little curtsy and move like my hand as like, okay, then follow me.
Okay.
Pedalin
So-
does a little shudder.
I'll come back over here
Mm-hmm.
and I just waiting to translate basically. Well,
As
what
you
would you
walk
say to
over,
him?
you see that he's managed to snake one of his arms around and is like pulling at the immovable rod to see if he can move it.
I just look back at the madam.
I'd stay out of arm's length if I were you.
That's why I'm back here. I'm easily grabbable. I suppose we'll ask him if he's able to speak the common tongue.
He looks at the orc, and then looks at you, and then looks back at the orc, and he's just like staring daggers at you. He says in giant, "I'll not speak the traitor's tongue."
I shake my head. He does not. In common to Madam Veldum.
But he understood me.
I just nod. He did.
Well, that's good enough, I suppose.
I kind of nod my head. I ready my spear in case something funny happens.
Sure.
So I suppose we've gotten off on the wrong foot here, considering the whole attacking you part of this, but we initially came to find the giants in order to aid them in attacking the orcs. Now, I understand that you may not be so friendly to one of our party members here, and I can understand that, but we came with all intentions to come and help to try and help this region, I suppose, come back to a more peaceful state.
Is that the end of your message?
That's the
Okay.
start of it. I want to
Sure,
see his
sure.
reaction.
Okay. So he sits there stoically, not even looking at you, just staring at the sky. Or lays there, I should say.
I say to him in giant, now you have nothing to say, brother, just snarkily.
He snakes a hand out towards you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Fell under all the windows.
Yep.
Dexterity.
So his hand shoots out lightning quick, despite his wounds and size. Thankfully, you may have seen that coming with your own jab and are able to step aside quite easily. He closes his fist and pounds it into the dirt. He says, "Do not insult me again, or you'll hear no words from me. I told you I wouldn't speak the traitor's tongue."
I say, then speak to me. I will translate.
He thinks for a moment before responding. "Only a fool would throw away the opportunity to send his enemy at his enemy. I am no fool. Though I may hate you and wish you dead, I may yet have that satisfaction by knowing that you go to your deaths at the hand of Nog and his warband."
I moved my spear from a ready position to a more stoic position. Say, see, that wasn't so hard. To him.
Noting Thames' change in attitude with his weapon. Beldam assumes that.
I mean, I
That
say
was,
over to Beldam, we're buddies now, in kind of a we can, let's talk tone.
I move up to Egg, and I just go, it looks like it's going really well.
Well, Giant's not dead yet, so.
And I don't
That's-
like that part.
So, large one, I will go ahead and remove you from your pinned state
What?
if you agree. If you agree that we can have a civil talk onto how we should proceed to deal with this orc menace.
Yeah, looks over at Thame and says, the only orc menace is the one that I'm looking at now. Or the only orc menace that concerns me is the one that I'm looking at now. Release me and I will tear you in two.
I say back to Beldam, he's not quite ready for that step yet.
All
We've
right,
got more
well-
emotional healing to do first.
Yeah, we're not there yet. I say back to the giant, what can we do in good faith to open conversation?
As I'm treating with you now.
I nod. Then I just say back to Beldam, yeah, he wants to stay down there for a second, so we can talk. It's fine.
All right. So our hope is to meet with your people and come to some kind of agreement. Our ultimate goal is to find something we can use to help the city of Redshore power their wards to keep the monsters at bay. And if that involves us fighting the
giant
orcs,
cuts you off with a laugh. And he looks over at Thame. He says, Redshore is a city now. My, how they've grown since we left those lands.
I say back to him in his tongue, grown, no, everything else has fallen.
Ask him if he knows anything about the orc slave camps. Maybe he'll give us info on them.
well, I guess the goal would be is to meet with everyone and try and get the lay of the land. Because we don't know how much he knows in general as a single person as opposed to their entire commanding war front.
Yeah.
So we need to meet with a group of giants now.
I look over at them and say, no, you need to meet with a group of giants. This isn't going so well for me.
And everyone just wants to kill you, Thame.
I nod. It's a problem.
So, large one, what must we do in order to meet with your commander to come to an agreement?
He looks to Thame and says, bring us the head of an orc war chief. And then we will treat. Then we will know your intention.
I look over at Beldam and say, oh, this is easy. We just have to kill an orc war chief.
Do those orcs we already killed count?
I don't think they were exactly war chiefs they were going after.
Probably not. That'd be too easy.
So, a couple of hours have passed. We're well into midday at this point.
Okay.
The giant is showing signs of deteriorating, not necessarily like in life, but just in terms of lucidity and well-being.
Sure.
So the answers you receive from him moving forward may be less and less coherent as he begins to slip back into a healing sleep.
Somebody should probably give him some water.
I'm going to say to him, where is the nearest orc chief camp?
He looks at you incredulous and says, if we knew, we would have taken their heads in addition to those of the dwarf. This is a
Like we
war
need to-
front. You can find a war chief. They lead each of the assault parties. You can always find them typically on the front line whenever there is an engagement with a giant. Their foot soldiers fall like fodder.
I yell back to the group. He's of no more use to us, and then just walk away.
I mean, but how racist are the giants? Like, would they recognize a war chief's head as opposed to just some orc's head?
It's obvious. Yes.
Okay.
How much experience do you have with orc people's theme?
A little, not very much.
Okay, so you know what? Just make an int check.
That is my best stat.
There it is. Hey,
That actually worked.
So-
Wow.
so
Good job.
every once in a while, I may ask you guys just to make a blanket int check, and that's does your character know, even though your player doesn't?
Yeah.
So Thame would likely recall, perhaps from a very brief time when he was just a little green sprout, that war chiefs and higher ranking members of like the war clans or warring clans have very distinctive like facial markings,
Like a brand.
or like a brand or a tattoo or something
Right.
like that.
Okay.
So I think we need to wait for Chain to get back and have a group powwow.
I nod in
Sure.
agreement. I say, what of that one? And just, like, nod, point to the giant.
We can let him sleep for a little bit longer.
He will surely die.
Well, not necessarily.
I say that to
He's-
Valdum.
Dehydrated.
He'd probably die if we left him here. I would also say the
Well, we
dwarf
can't.
would probably cap.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Also, we don't want to just leave the immovable rod here.
Make a perception check. Everybody at camp.
Oh, okay. Damn.
19 spots a small brown blur flitting between the giant corpses and perhaps rifling through pockets before it zips back to the wagon.
Something was going through their pockets. Probably the imp, but I don't know.
What imp?
Pippi.
What is a pippy?
He's an appraiser.
I just kind
Pippy
of
is
look
an
at him like,
asshole.
what are you talking about?
Pippi is an asshole.
A pippy, that I understand.
Everybody's got a Pippi.
Everyone has a pippy.
Edwin has a partner that helps him appraise magic items.
Why do they call him
That is-
imp?
Huh? Why do they call him what?
An imp.
Why do they call you Thame? I suppose that's just what he's called.
So his name is Imp. He is a pippy.
His name is Pippi.
Yes.
Fame cannot grasp this idea of what an imp is.
Egg is like ready to correct him, and then it's like just shakes his hand. It's like whatever,
Okay.
it's fine.
Just another strange creature that we as factors run into.
Does anybody give a description of Pippi, or just?
He's very
No, it's-
small.
Unimportant to theme.
Okay.
He's good people.
All right. So are we waiting for
He's a
Chain
rat.
to return?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so time passes, rocks fall, nobody dies. So throughout the passage of the day, you can definitely smell smoke from your own campfire. You know the occasional like thud within the earth, and like the loose rocks and gravel will slide down the sides into the small valley you find yourselves camped within. And like just every once in a while, you'll hear the ring of steel and at one point, just as the sun begins to set, a blast can be heard. Like the air is rocked by like basically the sound barrier being broken pretty far off in the distance, and just sounds like rolling thunder continuously for about 5 minutes. Eventually, Chain saunters back into camp, hair and tassels blowing and billowing magnificently behind him.
Yes. I'm here to report.
Here to report. So as you make your way back into camp, you see that they've set up a couple of tents or bedrolls, whatever you guys have. There's a fire pit. The large living giant is still living and sleeping quite fitfully, as he's unable to turn or move, being pinned by the rod.
Is he conscious?
Yeah, I'm sure he has a conscience, but he is not conscious.
Anyway, I tell him what I found.
Sure.
The north is probably the orcs, and to the south is the giants.
Oh, good. A war chief to kill.
Well, that was fast.
I
I
like
guess
what I do.
we'll brief Chain on the
Yeah.
situation and the talk with the giant.
Okay.
Um,
So we're killing
'cause I
war
think
chiefs. Huh?
we're well.
Well, we're
The
killing
means
a
to an
war
end.
chief.
Technically, we just have to find a dead war chief. But yeah.
I like that idea. Let's go with that one.
He could have
I
died
do know
in
that
any way.
we also need to try and get information from the orcs as well to get a lead on Chain's sister.
So as you guys are meeting and chatting, I guess make another perception check. One, two, three, four. Okay. Egg and Petalin, you notice that for the past several minutes, what looks like a large bird has been circling overhead. Just like it'll make a pass and then disappear for a minute or two, and then make another pass and then disappear and then come back, and it does a circle, and then just repeating that process over and over and over again. And when I say large bird, I mean like the wingspan of probably 6 feet.
Do we recognize what kind of bird it is? Like,
Mm,
do
nature
we recognize
nature
it as
check.
Do you point it out?
I mean, I pointed out.
Sure.
First, and the rest of us can.
Probably not
yeah,
the
yeah.
first time I see it, but the second time I see it come back.
So
Right.
those of you that missed your original perception check, go ahead and make another perception check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Chain. As you're looking up at the bird, you see that it appears to have some sort of missive tied to its back. As it banks hard on a turn, you catch a glimpse, just as the sun begins to slip behind the mountains, of what looks like a scroll case.
Does my nature check give me any?
What'd you get? 17?
17.
Just some sort of large bird of prey.
I mentioned the missive.
Some kind of messenger bird?
Which way is it heading? Or was it heading, I guess? Or is it just circling?
It appears to be circling the camp for the most part.
I wonder
Well,
if
do you
it's
guys
trying
know
to
of
bring
anyone?
this giant the message.
Could be.
Could also be headwinds?
Yeah, it could also be here to deliver a message to Edwin. How high up is it?
40 feet.
Someone go
I'm
knock
thinking
on
of throwing
Edwin's
Bella.
wagon.
We could try the magic rope.
I hand the rope to Chain, I go.
Yes.
then I go over to Edwin's cart and I kind of knock on the hub of a wheel. Just, hello?
So Ed peeks his head around the canvas at the front of the cart and says, "Aye, what do you need?"
Is that your bird? And I just kind of point up at it.
I don't have a bloody bird. No. He looks up. He's like, "That's not mine. That's not even from here. That bird's
What
not
do you mean?
native.
What? Where's it from then? Do you recognize it?
I don't fucking know. I just know I haven't seen one here in as long as I've been here."
So you don't know what kind of bird it is, just that it's not from around here.
I know it's not local. Look at its feathers. And as you look at it, you can see that it is like the first time you really take a look, it's like an ashen gray. And definitely all of the wildlife you've seen around here are mostly like black and brown and things that blend in with the dirt of the mountains. He says, "No, if you can't tell, that there's a messenger bird of some sort. You'll have to lower it down. Now leave me be."
Okay. Thank you.
I assume we all heard him.
Well, if not, I'll come back and tell the group
Sure,
what he says.
sure.
What
How
do
we
birds
lure it
like?
down? I look at Petalin.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, no reason, nothing. Hey, you have oats, right?
No, I don't have
I
No,
do.
not you.
I do.
Maybe you'd like to
Do
eat.
birds like oats?
I don't know.
A bird that big is not gonna eat oats. Let me tell you that.
I look back at
I don't know that
Petalin.
birds of prey are big oat eaters.
I mean, maybe you just want
I
the
mean-
bodies.
Well, I kind of just thought it was gonna start trying to eat one of the dead giants, but it hasn't done that yet.
Anyone want to cut off an arm and offer it up?
Put a little clove on it, a little seasoning.
We also have a horse.
Oh no, that's Edwin's horse.
Hey, sometimes mistakes happen.
No, I'm not letting you kill someone's horse. I don't want to make Edwin mad at us when he's, I don't know, enchanting Egg's glaive.
Egg
There's
shouts to the bird, "Hey, bird!"
Okay. Your shout echoes and rings off of the rock.
Shh.
I pat
Doing
Egg on the
this is
back.
Giant country.
Oh,
And we
maybe someone
kinda
else will
do-
notice the bird.
We kind of do look like we just killed a whole bunch of giants, so let's not meet them under these circumstances.
Egg is still watching the bird.
Well, I got nothing.
Oh, I mean, I guess.
We could climb up there?
I don't really want to be honest. I don't want the bird to
You
eat
said-
and or carry me away.
We could kill
You
it.
said the bird was 40 feet up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who wants to climb up there and try to catch the bird?
I'm gonna suggest that
Um,
maybe you guys are overthinking it.
Probably.
That makes sense.
I
Seems
mean,
to be our thing.
okay, so Thame readies a dart. He's gonna try to
Okay.
throw it at the wing of the bird to bring it down.
Well, don't hurt the bird.
Can we lure it with something? Does anybody have like?
We have clove and we have oats.
I say, just
Get
tell me
old
when.
birds.
Well, what about?
I'm just
what about,
eyeing
like,
the bird.
Rations or something.
A ration may have something. I mean, they're like trail rations.
No, this is the only way.
It's-
This is
Like, like say our trail rations are like trail mix and beef
I mean,
jerky.
sure.
how? Do you want us to hold it out for it?
Well, that's normally what you do with birds, isn't it?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll put a little bit of beef jerky.
How much is a little bit?
I don't know how much is in one day's ration.
Well, one day's ration is 2 meals worth of food.
All right, so half a ration, so one meal's worth of beef jerky.
Sure. Okay.
And Thame, you're probably the tallest and the biggest, so we'll put this in your hand, and you just stick your hand right up there and see if the bird will come down to you.
Make bird noises.
I just like put the dart away in my pocket as she hands it to me, and I say, "You can't be serious."
Oh, the dog liked you well enough.
Oh,
I reluctantly,
man.
I reluctantly put
Don't-
my hand
don't
up,
kill
holding
this
back
one.
a tear as she says that, and just like
as you hold,
Mhm.
go ahead.
I just hold my hand up high.
Yeah. So as you hold the jerky in your hand, fighting back tears as you remember the painful experience you had with the orc warmutt,
I know.
the bird circles again and then like begins to slowly descend before alighting somewhat painfully on your arm. It begins to peck away at the jerky, and everybody can see like thin lines of blood where its talons are in the unprotected flesh of the unarmored monk.
With my other hand, I'm gonna quickly grab its leg to hold it into place.
Oh my god.
Okay. The bird, I mean, appears used to be handling, and so as you reach to grab its leg, it just steps onto the hand.
Okay, that works. I didn't
Somebody
mean like
wanna
violently.
get
I
the
just meant I was gonna
message?
hold it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
I'm
got it.
gonna go ahead and cast Mage Hand to grab the missive off the back of the bird.
Sure. So you grab a scroll case, probably the length of a hand.
what do I notice about this bird up close?
So it is a fairly enormous bird. It is quite heavy, for, rather, I mean, it's what you might expect for a bird of that size. But it's
Sure.
got like a 6-foot wingspan, a hooked beak, like vicious talons, and you can see that it wears a harness around its body where missives can be attached. Its feathers are gray and black, which would make it exceptionally suited for night flying. It'd be hard to spot.
Right.
What time
Does the
is it
harness or anything on it indicate that it would have like an emblem or an owner of some sort?
No.
Okay.
And as far as the time, like you guys are just now at, like the sun has just passed behind the mountains.
Right. Okay.
Egg attempts to
The,
pet the bird.
The bird looks at your hand, cocking it like birds do, and is just like watching your hand as it gets closer.
like a hawk?
I slowly
Yes.
move
It
the
says
bird away from
pet
his hand
a
and say,
bird.
"Don't." I like this bird.
The,
I
The
would
spectral
also
hand will,
recommend not petting things.
Yeah,
the spectral
there you
Egg
hand will float
remembers.
over to a
Petting the dog bit peddling.
Yep.
So, okay, so spectral hand floats over to Petalin and what?
drops the scroll to her.
Okay. So you're holding a small, like, message.
Can I open the scroll? Or
There
it
is a
sealed?
there is a wax seal around the top of the case.
Do we recognize
Is
the seal?
there any sort of letter or insignia imprinted in the wax?
No, so imagine a tube, and
Uh-huh.
they've just they put a cap on the end of it, and then put wax around the edge of the cap.
Oh. Well, can I break it and open it up?
I mean, yes, you can.
I want to break it and open it up.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
So you break the seal in the tube, and pour and dump out a message, and Chain, make a perception check. One second here.
Oh, snap.
What?
They moved rooms.
Oh, they're having private time.
Yes.
Oh, did they? I can't hear it.
Yes.
So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go take a leak while they do that.
Oh yeah.
They were too quick.
yeah, very quick.
Okay, so as you tip the contents out, a small square of parchment with a seal burned into wax. It appears to be a dagger piercing through an open palm. It is black wax with with silver flecks within.
And I'll take that. So I go to grab
So
it.
Chain will snatch the note out of Pedalin's open hand before she is able to.
What? How
Well,
okay.
it's for me.
do you know?
Feel. This is for me.
How did someone know you would be here?
How could someone know you're alive?
How are you not able to handle that bird if it's for you?
Well, we haven't tried, and it might not recognize.
Also, yeah, the bird would be looking for a cat man, theoretically.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me read the note.
Okay, let me make it available to you. So as you begin to unfold the note, you see that it is written on two sides, which strikes you as a little bit odd because it would mean that the message would be a little less secretive. It shows that the person who sent it must have trusted that the bird would definitely have found the intended recipient. In Chain's journal, save, and in that's two, and then here's one. Sorry, you need to read one first. Damn it, open the right one, you fucking piece of shit. Roll 20. There.
There we go.
So Chain takes the missive, and whatever he does as he begins reading, I in my head I see you like pacing as you read it, because this is news that you may have not expected to get, and are probably just as surprised as your group that this bird arrived and was able to find you.
Nice.
In the meantime, the bird leaves the hand of Thame and perches on a nearby rock. Begins preening
Are you gonna
itself.
share with the class?
Oh, once I read it.
You guys, what is everybody else doing while he's reading this?
I'm waiting expectantly, looking at him read it.
Sure.
I'll take some of the extra bandages from the dead giants that we got, and I'll kind of wrap up Thame's arm where he's been bleeding from the talons.
As she's
Okay.
doing it, I'm just still staring at him, not even cognizant of the fact that I'm being helped.
Mm-hmm.
Thame, I need you to lift your arm a little bit more. Thame.
Who said that?
Look.
Oh, Yes.
Lift
Okay.
it. Thank you.
I look down and see. Oh, hi.
Those with
Yeah.
skill in medicine would also feel pretty strongly that if the giant is to survive the night, he would likely need some form of water.
I told somebody to give him water 3 hours ago.
I mean, you could have given him water.
I'm not giving the giant water. I'm not
Nor
going over
I.
there.
Yeah, who's gonna get close enough to him?
Egg will give the giant
Egg.
water.
He and I don't exactly see eye to eye on some things.
So, Egg, did I hear that you're going to give the giant water?
Yes.
Okay. Are you proficient in medicine?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Okay, make a medicine check.
All right.
Okay. So Egg's over by the giant, doing his thing while Shane reads his message, and then all of a sudden people begin to hear coughing and sputtering, and the giant just like appears to like start convulsing.
Uh-oh.
You fool!
I think it went down the wrong pipe.
I come in and
All right.
do
Wow.
my thing.
Okay. So Thame comes over and like beats on the chest of the giant a little bit and gets him to spit the water out of his lungs before administering properly water to an unconscious person. The giant's breathing becomes less ragged, and he seems to calm back into a slumber.
I just like grab the water skin and just like as I'm walking past Egg back to the group, I just kind of slap it against his chest.
All right. Like that
Well,
backhanded thud.
Like, here you go. Like that's how you
Yeah.
do
Egg
it.
just puts his hands up. It's kind of exasperated because he knew he didn't expect it to go well.
I
Like, I
thought it
think
would
you
go
did a
better
great
than
job.
that.
I'm good at fighting. That's about it.
All I can do is
I think
kill.
you're really good at administering water to giants too. I think you should go over there and do it again.
I love the passive aggressive peddling, wanting this giant to die. Oh, horrible death.
Egg takes a drink of water himself and then starts choking.
The corpse.
Oh, I can't save you.
I mean, he's conscious, so his body does the saving. Though not that it's exactly easy with a half-orc pounding on your back. The corpses of the two giants begin to smell.
Yeah.
They've been there. They kind of ripened in the sun all day, and he's there.
Ugh.
Well, shit.
It does quite smell like shit.
It does smell like shit.
I'm sure they've
yes.
vacated
Oh, no,
their
no.
giant bowels.
That's what Shane says.
Oh.
Well, I have mixed news.
Which is
My contact finally got back to me.
what contact?
About the darlings.
Oh, from back when
Yeah, I'm
we
sure
were
that's
in,
helpful
Everdon.
now.
You'd be surprised. I'll hand the paper over to Pedalin.
Okay, so I will hit show to players. Did that go to everybody?
Sorry,
Is
it
it
went to
supposed
me.
I don't
Me.
have it.
Oh, damn it. Okay. All play. And
There it is.
Oh, okay.
And while you're all reading, I'm gonna hit bathroom real quick.
so why doesn't somebody read that out loud since everybody has access to it?
Okay. Should this missive find you well, consider us even, Broken Chain. My debt to you is paid, and we are no longer bound as allies by guild charter. Still, as a former friend, I do not wish ill upon you. Given the importance of the information within, I hope you can bear with the tardiness of its arrival. As we scouted, more and more information arose that seemed of import to you. The Darlings have resumed operations, taking up the same contract you and your band were given to search the Forbidden Castle for a relic to keep Glitterstone Castle safe. None have seen them, but you know how the populace seems to almost supernaturally go abuzz when they are working again. You and your group have been markers as derelict. Oh, marked as derelict? There's holes in the paper. You and your group have been marked as derelict, having abandoned something, have abandoned conduct after not
I think
checking
you
in with
abandoned your contract.
abandoned your contract after not checking in with Glitterstone or Everdawn at the designated time. Bounty hunters from Glitterstone have been dispatched to retrieve you. Your lives and any relics you may be carrying are now forfeit to the capital city of the castle. Oh, well, this is wonderful news! Alright, what's the second? Now, for the friendship we once had, I feel compelled to tell you more. A missive arrived at the apartment you were last known to inhabit outside of the city. Violet parchment with a black wax seal addressed directly to you. It was delivered by an elf woman. She waited nearby for a week before departing. Our scouts attempted to track her, but we were unsuccessful. She vanished without a trace after 2 days in the canyons. I cannot send the letter by bird without breaking the seal, and out of respect for you and the love I had for your sister, I have elected not to do so. Should I find a capable caster, I will try to make sure it finds its way to you. Good luck, Broken Chain. Rax.
There you go. We're all fugitives now.
Oh, the good news is they won't recognize Chain.
That's a good point.
Not again.
So Chain is the only one that can escape the fugitives
Escape
of
I
the
guess.
fugitives?
Glitterstone.
What do you mean escape the fugitives?
Or, pardon me, escape the
fugitives.
bounty hunters.
Well, Spira sounds more compelling.
So I am interested
So
in
does
who
this mean we
elven
can never
chick
go back
is.
home?
It means that we aren't able to keep anything we bring back home.
No, it says our lives are forfeit too.
I sit down near
Well-
the fire. We are home.
I mean, they might kill us, or we could explain ourselves and they won't kill us. You know,
I look over at him.
but they might.
They
kill
will
us.
kill us.
Oh no.
Basic intelligence tells you that Egg is likely right. They wouldn't just execute somebody who's very capable. And I mean, having been factors long enough to reach level 4, you would know that those who abandon their contract are often tried. There have been a few cases of factors released under Geish. There have been instances of factors being executed. There have been instances of factors who were imprisoned. So it is like your lives being forfeit means that you're no longer free.
Neat.
They're going to kill us.
Oh, they'll only
You
kill us.
don't
if
know
we-
that.
I
Don't
know they
bring
are going to
back-
kill us.
What if we also brought back something for the Glitterstone Castle? I mean, it says here the Darlings were looking for something. There's no reason we can't find something.
If we found a relic powerful enough, I'm sure they would take it and
And our lives as well, yes.
maybe in this case not give us our proper reward, but maybe not kill us.
Saying it's probably our best bet. If we
Yeah,
want to go back.
Well,
I agree.
Which I
we probably
kinda
shouldn't
do.
go back empty-handed, is what
Well,
I'd say.
I'm going to enjoy my last meal. I'm going to open some rations up and start eating.
One other thing is that you note in Rax's signature that it is the letter itself is dated probably over, like, if just guessing, based off your own idea of the passage of time, at least a month ago.
Have we been out here that long?
Mm-hmm.
How long was I dead for?
Like,
2 weeks.
no, it was like a week and a half.
A week and a half.
Chains, how well do you know this Rax?
He's a
Let's
good.
say that Rax and Chain worked together as partners for some time, but actually I'll let you in on it so that you can choose to tell them if you want. But let's that much everybody you'll be comfortable telling everybody.
Yeah.
There.
Rumble, if you wanted to pee, now is your chance.
Joke's on you, I've been peeing for the last 10 minutes. Also, if he's saying anything, he's muted.
Yeah.
Madame Beldam runs away, hides behind a tree.
She's behind a bush.
Yes.
I have to go
She's
use
a
the little
lady.
fortune teller's room.
I told ya. I look over to Egg and just say, I don't know. Letters off birds in the middle of nowhere. I don't trust it.
Well, at the
I
very
mean-
least, we know that it would be somewhat of a long journey back to Everdon and Glitterstone.
Yeah.
Plenty
It's
of
not
time.
a good sign for our chances of escaping that the bird found us all the way out here.
He's a old coworker.
Oh, so you fucked. Okay, got it.
Not quite. No.
I don't think there's a not quite when it comes to fucking. You either did or
Well,
you
the answer
didn't.
is no. We did not.
I mean,
he
they're blowies, but okay.
and I.
Couple of blowy joeys.
Yep.
Petalin starts making rude gestures with her hands.
Rude or lewd?
Lewd?
I care not for your work. Do you trust him or not?
On this, yes.
I nod and just say, like, I was afraid of that.
Maybe we could send a letter back to Glitterstone?
I assume that's why
To the
bird's
bird?
there.
Dear Glitterstone, how are you?
I'll break out my
Yes.
calligraphy supplies. We can write a letter.
Okay. So just give me an idea of what you guys are going to pin in this message.
And I will take it, and I will write in Thieves' Cant.
Well, Thieves' Cant is
Oh,
like
that's
sign
in
language.
verbal, isn't it?
Yeah. There isn't a written Thieves.
Right.
Can we send it to, or rather address it to, someone who would be in charge of giving out the factors contracts?
I mean, I assume this bird goes straight to Rax.
Yeah.
I mean, we can write 2 letters, one for him, and then another one we ask him to take to someone of importance.
That's probably smart.
Fine. I grab a second piece of paper.
So
Alright,
what
well.
what message is being sent? Like, what's the gist
Yeah,
of it?
I'm opening
Yeah.
WordPad, so let's
Oh,
do
I
this.
don't. You don't need to construct a letter. I think it's a waste of time.
You just
think
need the
there's more
info?
content to be played. I just want to know what the gist of the letters are.
Well,
probably
Shane would
mention-
probably have to make his own letter to his buddy. As
Sure.
for the letter to hopefully not have us executed, explain the situation that encounter with a mage put us on the opposite side of the world.
Yeah, is
Where-
anyone inclined to believe us that Will of Wheaton stranded us here, though?
Well, odds are that someone in the castle is going to be aware of Will of Wheaton and how powerful he is, just because of how powerful he is. So, I mean,
Do we even have to mention names?
I feel like if we
Yeah,
don't, it
it's-
sounds like that we're making it up.
Alright.
Yeah. But
I
I don't
mean,
know
we
that
do
it's
have the name
necessarily
for
a good mark on our character that Will of Wheaton banished us.
Nonsense. He uses souls to create constructs. I think it's fine.
I'm guessing Chain's probably gonna write a private letter he doesn't want us to see.
Probably.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll give him a piece of paper and a quill with a little bit of ink and just send him,
Thank
like, do your thing. The rest of us
Okay.
will write the other letter.
Okay.
Yeah, what the hell was the name of the continent? I didn't write that down.
I have it down here somewhere.
You know the name of this place?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, Edwin did. It is the continent of Nightfall.
Where the hell is Nightfall?
Beats me. But that's where we are.
Apparently about 2 months away.
At
2
the
months.
very least, the bounty hunters will find Will if we tell them kind of where he was, and he can collaborate our story. And then no one will want to murder us.
If the bounty hunters are worth their salt in anything, they would have found Will by now, trailing us. Where our last known whereabouts.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on the continent of Nightfall, banished here by Will of Wheaton, working to find our way back and potentially bring back any artifacts that we find for Glitterstone and or Everdon, as per our previous instructions?
Correct.
Sure.
Sure.
And we
Objective.
totally don't mention the totally powerful artifact we already have.
No.
Okay, so just the basics. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So just like a sit rep.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. And no, like, so you're just sending him like, hey, sorry this is late. Just checking in. This is where we are.
Yeah.
Yes. We
Yep.
probably don't need to mention that we got the letter from the bird.
Don't kill us.
We don't need to mention anything. Just that we're alive and we're finding our way back.
Yes.
We've
And
been
that we
we've been
didn't-
stranded beyond our power and are making the best of the situation.
Yes,
while
we did
attempting
not
to complete our
abandon our
mission.
contract.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So, letters are written. It is into night. The bird accepts both written missives and looks at Thame expectantly.
Psst.
Well, go on.
Give it some more beat.
Huh? No,
Give
I
us
only
more
have a
research.
little left. No. This is
Fine.
I only have a few days left.
I will go up to the bird and use my animal handling to tell it to go back to its master.
And I get ready for the bird to eat Petalin.
Okay.
You guys, I just don't want the bird to choke if I try to feed it.
Wow. All right.
The bird looks at you, almost seeming to understand. And you could swear for a moment that you could see disappointment in its beady little predator eyes before it takes a few hops and flutters off into the night almost silently.
I want
Oh,
one.
so glad it didn't eat me.
Can we get one?
No.
But I'll feed it.
No, you won't.
But you will once I fail to.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
what I need to know is if you plan to camp with corpses and what you're going to do with the fire giant, or if you're just going to leave him pinned on the immovable rod.
No, I'm gonna grab Egg and say, let's clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna use my
You wanna-
rope to tie it around the ankles of the dead giants, and then, like, me and Egg will both take an end of that rope and drag them
Mhm.
off somewhere.
Okay.
I guess I'll go up to the other one.
Just for ease of use.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We'll do that with both of them.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll go up to the other one and cast levitate on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can
and then-
your levitate lift that much?
500
Yeah.
pounds.
Oh shit.
Ooh, no. Giants weigh more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I use it to help carry it?
What is the wording of levitate?
I think I actually have it pulled up. I don't know.
One creature object you can see and rise vertically. Levitate a target that weighs up to 500. It literally cannot levitate them at all. It doesn't levitate up to 500 pounds. Like it can only levitate something that weighs 500 or fewer pounds.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
are they even going to be able to drag them since they weigh like 600 plus pounds?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's a shame. All right,
Your,
well, never mind. I'll
your
just
ability to
up it.
drag with like 17 strength or 16 strength is a lot.
I will let them do then.
Okay. So they drag the corpses off and dispose of them in some way, or just toss them somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, wherever we
Yeah.
can find maybe like a little clearing or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's say, well, what direction do you go? Do you go east, west?
Where did the sounds come from? The explosions?
That was like to the northeast.
To the northeast, I would say west probably then. We don't want to put the
Okay.
giants in the explosion zone.
So,
What direction is the giant camping again?
What giant camp?
Well, remember when Chain came back
Oh,
from
right,
scouting,
yeah.
he told us about the giant camp
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
South?
south.
I still say west then. West might be the best.
we came from the west, so yes, that was probably
Yeah.
the best idea.
you came from
Okay.
the east.
Came from the east.
We came from. Oh shit! Right.
So you
I have a
head
better
out west
question.
a
Which
little
way
ways.
is the wind blowing right now?
You can't tell in this little dip, but as you
Okay.
climb the hill to the west, it's the wind is blowing westward.
Okay, we want to make it so the smell doesn't waft into camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, traveling west a short ways, you find a sizable creek that you could dump them into, or you could literally just roll them down the mountain here.
I think we
Into the
roll them
valley.
down the mountain.
Yeah, I'm with rolling them down the mountain.
I don't have, yeah, there's no love lost for giant corpses.
Don't want to pollute the creek.
Okay.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I just don't care about these corpses.
Or the creek, apparently.
Okay.
Apparently.
All right. So that's done, and I guess at this point we're looking at camp for the evening, unless you guys want to go out at night. Oops.
All our bodies. I assumed that giant hammer wasn't magical at all, was it?
We didn't have it appraised, but I would assume that dwarf would have maybe grabbed it by now, because he grabbed something else from the pockets.
Well, no, Pippi wouldn't be able to lift the big hammer. And
Yeah,
it was
that's
only
true.
Pippi who came
Well,
out to
I
loot the
assumed he would
bodies.
have gotten it though.
Yeah, but he made special note of my glaive, and he didn't make note of any other weapons.
I mean,
Mm.
when we
Didn't
were
think it
looking
was
at the
that
giant
interesting.
stuff, we were told that the weapons were too big to carry, basically, for us. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if it was magic, I ain't carrying it, so I don't care. I can't.
Assume if he wanted it, he would take it himself. Anyway.
You know, we could pretend it's a magical.
I think
Yeah.
Pippi would be able to tell past our pretending.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
you
can
mean imp.
levitate it.
Yes, I agree.
You could say it's a floating hammer.
Could we? Could
Wait,
we
how
though?
heavy is the hammer? I like this idea.
Or that it's an extremely light hammer.
It's probably over 500 pounds if we can't carry it.
I mean, you can lift the hammer. It's close to 100 pounds, though.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression we couldn't lift it even.
Oh no! It was Egg dragged it to where it is, and was
Oh,
hugging
right.
it.
The hammer
was fucking it.
probably weighs more than I do.
I was sitting on it too.
I'm
Alright,
just gonna
fair enough.
hatch a baby hammer out of it.
It's cute. I ship it.
Yeah, a hammer
So
I
can-
could use.
So camp is already set up.
Yes.
What is the plan for the evening, and then what is the plan for tomorrow?
I'm gonna quickly go to the giant and just kind of like watch him for a second, kind of like see if his breathing's regular. Just like a basic checkup without touching him.
We should probably
He'll make it through the night.
have our night watch people check up on him.
So I have a suggestion. He's unconscious right now. What if we move the immovable rod and run the hell away? And then, when he wakes up, he can go find the other giants without killing us. And then we can bring a head back to the giant camp.
And then they can only kill me. Good plan.
Yeah.
Or we let him be and wake him up when he's friendly? Or
don't
let him
think
go
he-
when he's friendly?
I don't think he's
I don't
gonna
think
be
he's-
When
friendly.
he's friendly. So
Or
never?
when we're about to leave and where he's not going to immediately attack.
That's
See,
a
if
mark.
we
Dwarven
leave when he's
friends.
unconscious, then he won't attack us.
He could attack our dwarven friend.
Oh, yeah.
Or our
That would just
dwarven
end
could
up with
just
him
straight
being
kill
dead, probably.
If we got rid of his hammer, then he probably wouldn't attack Edwin. Because he wouldn't
You
have a
think
weapon.
he's too smarter than he is, I think.
Too smarter. Oh, Egg. I love Egg. He's my favorite character. I fight good.
Because if it were me, I would try to fight anyway.
I see. Well, we can't really leave him here, because if he dies while we're away trying to get a war chief head,
There goes our contact.
yeah.
Hmm.
But I'm going to say
Yeah.
right now that I don't think it's a good idea to have any one of us stay here alone with him either.
Agreed.
Well, we could drag him with us.
No, we couldn't.
Yeah, no,
I could do
just
that.
Just give the hammer to the dwarf when we leave. He won't have a weapon,
He has arms. He threw me.
and the dwarf can kill him. If need be.
And then again, there goes our contact.
Yeah. See, that's the part. We haven't figured out the way where he doesn't end up dead.
right.
The problems of a prisoner of war.
Mm-hmm. We have no other way to restrain him, right? Besides the
We have
rod.
rope.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think that'll work. Well,
Well, I guess
We don't know it
I
won't.
guess- I hate that I'm about to say this, but what if someone went to the giant camp down the way and told them so that they could come and take care of him and we could show good faith and tell them about our deal?
All right. Anyone who speaks giant and isn't an orc, raise your hand. No?
as you say,
No,
anyone
alright.
who speaks giant, I start putting up my hand, and then says and isn't an orc, I just like quickly shoot it back down.
But the giants speak common.
Don't speak the language of traitors. Is that what I heard right?
Well,
Something
they
like
You
that.
weren't
understand
here when
common.
we were having that conversation.
You guys told me about it, right?
And well, you wouldn't have understood it. The only way you would know is if Thame translated.
Oh,
And also,
right.
I did not. I said he does not speak common. I didn't say what he said.
Well, that idea is out.
I mean, I could teach
That's
you how to speak, giant. It will only take roughly 30 years.
Oh, see, well, I say we do that.
Great plan. Great plan.
No, I think the best plan is make friends with the big fellow over there. Try not to antagonize him too much, and let him go on his merry way.
Don't
Hmm.
like.
I walk
Let's
back
see
to the
how
fire
he
and just
feels
sit.
in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just kind of stoking the fire with a stick.
Okay.
I can take first watch.
I'll go second.
I'm gonna play with my cards.
Yeah, I'll do third.
Okay. Okay. And then fourth.
From here on out, for this session, I'll just do third if nobody else wants it specifically for a reason.
Okay.
I like doing it because I have alert,
Right.
which means
And-
I can't be surprised.
Okay.
Egg will do fourth watch,
But,
but again, he's the one who doesn't have dark vision.
So I always
Okay.
try to take
It
first.
happens.
Sure.
Yep.
So
We
let's
still
go,
have a fire.
Let's go first perception check. First watch.
Nice.
Hey!
As you survey the evening and take a few paces around camp, take a look at things. The night is still. You might even feel as though, or eerily still, if you were more familiar with the surroundings and knew the standard. To you, it's just a quiet evening, and as the stars ahead are bright and clear, and you listen closely, you can definitely hear the distant low thrum of war drums and like the tink tink of what sounds like metalwork being done, perhaps emanating from within the cart. Watch 2.
Before I start my watch, I want to go talk to Chain for a little bit.
Sure. So Chain comes to wake you.
Hey, little one,
Second watch. Yep. Second watch. I got
your
it.
turn.
I got it. And then I kind of grab his sleeve a little bit. Hey, who's this Rax guy? You never told me about him.
Oh, he's a fellow I met in jail.
Oh, one
Way
of the
back
many
when.
times you were there, eh?
Mhm.
Just gonna make more lewd hand gestures.
Yeah, he fell for my sister actually.
Yeah?
But you know, the guys
Hey.
that you meet in jail aren't exactly gentlemen.
No, I
So-
imagine that you probably didn't want him around her very much, huh?
That'd be correct.
Yeah.
So between you and me, I essentially put him back in jail.
Oh.
Yeah. On one of his contracts, I sabotaged it, and that way my sister could easily get away from him, and he was none the wiser.
Well, I'm sure you did the right thing for your family.
I
Are
even
you-
broke him out later, so
Oh, well,
it works out.
that's a little bit two-faced, but, this
Hey,
is your second face that you've got now, so.
yeah. For a man who's had two faces.
All right, well, I guess my watch.
Yep. Night.
Good night. All right,
Give me a perception check.
did it work? Oh, there it goes.
So again, you sit and idly poke the fire to keep it alive. At one point, you go to check on the giant and find him still breathing. Otherwise the night is clear and quite comfortable, like almost like just that perfect temperature to just sit back and relax, and not really feel like you need anything more or less than what you have. As you peer over the hill to the east and down the path to the west, all seems well in the evening. Third watch.
Okay. Thane will open his eyes, almost like just breaking out of a meditation rather than sleeping, and just like get up, just like it's my time for watch, and then walk over to Pedalin and just say, "I'll take it from here."
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a
Have-
perception check.